This is our news, the weekend edition, and on the broadcast tonight. The country's murder count up by 1 after a man involved in a triple shooting dies in hospital. Plus, one woman tragically killed after she was struck and rolled over. And the Works Minister provides an update on roadworks happening here in the capital.
Our news is brought to you by Alive.
Good evening, I'm Andrew Knowles, and thanks so much for joining us. Topping news tonight, one man is dead and 2 others fighting for their lives in hospital following a triple shooting here in the capital last night. Police say the incident took place in Ridgeland Park West in the area of Christ the King Anglican Church around 8 p.m. We're told 3 men were standing in front of a home on Roland Street when the sound of gunshots were heard. Now, police could not give details on what exactly occurred, other than they believe that the occupants of a Nissan March may have been responsible for the shooting, as it was seen leaving the area at a high rate of speed shortly after the incident. Now, all 3 men were transported to hospital, where one of them later died, while the other 2 victims remain in serious condition. And as investigations are ongoing, police are appealing to anyone with information about this incident to contact the Central Detective Unit at 502-9991 or 2 Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS or the nearest police station. This latest incident follows Wednesday's senseless killing of Mario Cartwright, a father of 3. Cartwright was shot and killed as he entered Manda's variety store by armed robbers. The country's murder count now stands at 86. Meantime, another man is in critical condition in hospital after he was shot by police. This incident occurred just before 9 p.m. Saturday when officers responded to reports of a man armed with a firearm on Wolf Road near Minnie Street. Now, when police engaged the suspect, he reportedly produced a black firearm and pointed it in the direction of the officers. The officers, being in fear for their lives, subsequently shot the suspect. Investigations into this matter are ongoing. Well, one woman was fatally rolled over as another woman was pulling out of her driveway. The tragic incident happening off Joe Farrington Road shortly before 8 last night. Officer in charge of this traffic division, Chief Superintendent Craig Stubbs, says the woman driver had called them to alert them that she had rolled over the victim as she was pulling out of her driveway on Sheila Close.
Responding officers arrived on scene along with EMS and found the lifeless body of an adult female who frequents the area, lying face down with multiple injuries or trauma about her body. She is known to the residents in this area. The female resident also knows the victim, but at the time of the accident, she cannot say where at the time the female would have got into the part of a vehicle.
One Bahamian man who was wanted in the U.S. was arrested yesterday at the Lyndon Pilling International Airport. Don Cyprian Martin of Martintown, Grand Bahama, is wanted in the state of Atlanta on an outstanding criminal court warrant in connection with an alleged child sexual assault case. Martin was reportedly caught at LPIA attempting to leave the country. He is expected to be extradited back to the U.S. In other news this evening, if you've had to take a detour on your morning commute as of late, you may have to get used to it. As according to the minister responsible for public works, there's a lot to get done. Our Kyle Joaquin has the story.
No, roadworks are never going to come to that.
Throughout New Providence, you'd find a lot of work going on to the streets. Cars avoiding the trucks and exposed roads as works continue.
You know, we inherited roads that have been in disastrous conditions. And I think it's important for everybody to see the change. We started with Farrington Road, then we went on to Tonique Darling Highway. You see what's happening with the cat eyes now everywhere. The green cat eyes are being placed, the signs. You saw what happened in Pinewood. You go in the Grove, you know, go to Cordell Avenue, go Coconut Grove Avenue, go on Bernard Road now. Next will be Village Road.
2 weeks after extensive roadworks began on West Bay Street, that project has been stopped for the holiday season. The West Bay Street Road Rehabilitation Project began on November 29th and is expected to be completed by May 29, 2019. It has resulted in single and full-lane closures in the area, but the Public Works Minister is urging motorists to be patient.
We're going to see a total change in roadworks in this country, in this island and throughout the country. That's what we do, and that's what we're here for.
For Our News Weekend, I'm Kyle Joaquin.
All right, thanks a lot, Kyle. Well, the Freedom of Information Act will be fully implemented very soon. That's according to Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis, who recently commented on the issue.
That's an ongoing process. We should hopefully very soon, I don't want to give a date because you'd hold me to that, hopefully very soon the commissioner, we're looking for individuals to fit that role. So we would get the commissioner first, but it's an ongoing process.
Last week, Wednesday, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance Peter Turnquest revealed that the government intends to borrow $30 million from the Inter-American Development Bank to strengthen its digital infrastructure and support the rollout of the FOIA. He said the loan will assist in providing support for the implementation of the Freedom of Information Act. In April, Attorney General Carl Bethel said the government expects to fully enact the FOIA within the next budget year. A revamped version of the FOIA was passed under the Christie administration in February of 2017.
It's not something that's just going to happen like that overnight. You have access to this and that. There are a lot of agencies and different areas that has to be put in place.
When the act is fully enforced, every Bahamian citizen, permanent resident, and registered company in the Bahamas shall have a right to obtain access to a record other than an exempt record. Well, as the holiday season rolls in, one community organization is calling for donors to give so that more families can be impacted. With that story, here's Jillian Gray.
Ministries is known for their years of service to the less fortunate. And while they have people throughout the years, President Bishop Walter Henschel said their resources are often stretched. He's now appealing for those who can to donate.
We have much more persons coming to us for assistance, food, shelter, housing, than ever before. People are being evicted from their apartments because they can't pay the rent. Some people's homes were burned down. A lot of families, a lot of mothers, these single mothers don't have no job. Some of them have 6, 7 children. Men can't find work, and they come to us looking for help. And our resources are stretched right to the limit. We don't have anything right now. We are asking the general public and businesses and churches to render us some assistance so we could help the people that come to us for help.
Through their Live to Give campaign, the Great Commission has partnered with businesses and concerned citizens who want to assist those in need. Though the Yuletide season is meant to be joyous, Henschel said he's seen many who are simply hopeless.
We have a budget for Christmas of $80,000 in order to meet the needs of the persons that come to us, in addition to our regular expenses. We know the country is hurting, but we are thankful to every single person who have given to our organization and to other charities that are helping this community, because our people are really, really suffering. I've never seen it in 31 years of ministry. I've never seen it so hard as what we are experiencing right now, what the people are going through right now.
The major need for families who come to them range anywhere from a need for food and shelter to requests for light bill money. Along with the physical needs, the organization is trying to sway hearts through their community programs.
We have programs for young people, for youth, that really is making a great impact in the country, because we go into the inner city communities and we minister to the young people, and many of them are hurting. That's the reason why there's so much juvenile delinquency, because the children are hurting and they do foolish things. They're angry. They get in trouble.
Henschel said he hopes through their work the Christmas season will be a bit brighter for some families.
I'm praying that the Christmas would not be so bleak, and it would not if people would come and help those who cannot help themselves. Everybody wants to be attended to during Christmas time.
Reporting for Our News Weekend, I'm Jillian Gray.
All right, thanks a lot, Jillian. And we will take our first break here, but still to come on our news. The head of a major international cruise line offers ideas on how to better the country's tourism product. And later on, industrial action could be brewing at Morton Salt. That's coming up when our news returns.